Hello. In this video, we are going to evaluate expressions given replacement values. And all that means is we are given an algebraic expression and we are going to follow order of operations. But before we can do that, we have to fill in some information. So we are given the directions to evaluate when A is equal to -2, B is equal to 4, and C is equal to 3. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to replace the variables or the letters in the expression that we are given with the numbers. So we're going to replace variables with numeric values. Numeric values just means numbers, which is basically substitution, and we always use parentheses, okay? So I have the absolute value of 2b, so there's 2, and I know that b in this expression should be equal to 4. So I'm going to replace the b with a 4. Okay, now it's -4, and this is all over our value of a. And it says that a should be -2. Okay, here's my plus sign. And now I have a negative c squared. Okay, so there's my negative. And c is 3. Okay, so now that I've substituted or replaced my variables with the numeric values, in order to simplify this, I'm going to use GEMDAS, or order of operations, just like we've been doing last class. Okay, so my G is my grouping symbol. And right away with grouping, I see absolute values. So that's what I'm going to simplify first. So if I look inside the absolute value bars, I see multiplication and subtraction. And order of operations tells me to multiply first. So I have 2 times 4, which is 8. And again, I want to make sure when I'm writing my absolute value bars, it's pretty clear that it's not a number in front. Okay. And I know that 8 minus 4 is 4. So the absolute value of 4 is +4. So I'm going to do this off to the side. So that left me with a 4 in the numerator. Okay, I have a -2 down here, so I'm just going to bring that down. And I'm adding, okay, negative c squared. So c squared is 3 times 3, which is 9. Okay, so I can keep simplifying here. 4 divided by -2 is -2, and plus a negative, okay, we remember from the beginning of the year, we don't like to write double signs. So plus a negative is the same thing as minus. And my last step would be -2 minus 9, which is -11. All right, let's do a second example. So in this case, I have the square root of b plus 2ac minus a. So again, my first step is to replace my variables with the numeric values. Okay, so this is the square root of b is equal to 4. Okay, plus 2. And again, I always want to use parentheses. My a is -2. My c is 3. And I'm subtracting my a, which is -2. So now I'm going to follow order of operations. The G in GEMDAS tells me my grouping to follow, and I know that my radicals, my square roots, are part of grouping. So the square root of 4 is 2. Okay, now I see I have addition and multiplication, so I'm going to multiply first. Okay, so I bring down my sign. This is all a multiplication expression. This is 2 times -2 times 3. So I could multiply these 3 numbers all at once. So 2 times -2 is -4, and -4 times 3 is -12. And now I have minus and -2. Okay, so I have tons of double signs going on here. So I want to rewrite this where I don't have double signs. I have double signs here and here. So rewriting this, okay, I know plus a negative is the same thing as minus, and minus a negative is the same thing as plus. Okay, and that's going to leave me with subtraction and addition. Okay, and I remember from GEMDAS that I read left to right. So 2 minus 12 is negative 10, and then negative 10 plus 2 is negative 8.